The Fifth Lateran Council was this week back in 1512. Now, this was the 18th ecumenical council in church history. It was the last one before the Protestant Reformation would fracture Western Christianity. Serious friction, though, was already evident. There was conflict between Pope Julius II, who was appropriately known as the Warrior Pope, and the nation of France in particular. The French organized a schismatic council at Pisa in 1511. It was partially in response to that. Julius finally acceded to calls for a council and convened the Fifth Lateran Council on May 3rd, this week in 1512. Most Catholics today are familiar with the Vatican councils, which have been held in St. Peter's Basilica. Well, that was a new basilica still under construction in 1512. So prior to that, councils in Rome were held at the Basilica of St. John Lateran. The first was in 1123, the last, this one, the fifth, in 1512. The main aims of the council were to promote peace among Christian rulers, to address the heresies of the time, and to implement reform in the church. These were pretty familiar themes. On that last point, Session 5 of the council issued a decree against simony, the selling of church offices. This concerned in particular papal elections, and it was most directly a response to the 1492 election of Julius's predecessor, Alexander VI, who was widely believed to have bribed his way to the papacy. The council fathers met off and on over the course of 5 years. Julius died in 1513, so it was his successor, Leo X, who closed the council in March 1517. The effort to address abuses in the church was too little, too late. Just a few months later, Martin Luther would issue his 95 Theses, and the papacy of Leo X would be consumed with trying to maintain and then restore unity among Catholics in Europe, largely unsuccessfully. The next council would be Trent, the major event of the Catholic Reformation later in the 16th century. The Fifth Lateran Council was this week in 1512.
I'm Matt Swain from the Sunrise Morning Show. Thanks for watching. We encourage you to like and subscribe so we can continue to share more great conversations. And be sure to visit us at sunrisemorningshow.com.